We are with Michael Symon, and today we are talking about cooking with tea.
I love it.
Which, as a Southerner, I'm pretty excited about.
Oh, you're a Southerner. Where in the South are you from?
I'm from Charleston, so
Charleston,
like tea and chicken are kind of like what I was like born to eat together, drink. Yeah,
that's your pocket.
Good. That's it. This is my jam. So I think for a lot of people, you know, there's a fear about cooking with tea because they don't necessarily think of it as an ingredient. How do you approach cooking with tea?
Well, I think that you think about things that you like to eat with tea, and then it naturally works into the cooking process. Like, I mean, fried chicken and iced tea are like, peas and carrots. Like, those go together incredibly well. So to take the half and half iced tea and infuse the chicken as a brine before we fried it is just a very natural combination. You get that great flavor of the iced tea, a little bit of tartness from the lemon, the breading, you fry it, those two just go together great, and you get the addition of moisture from the quick brine. So it really works out nice.
Are there certain meats that you think work better with brining with tea than others?
I like lighter meats. Like I never brine to roast. I only brine to fry or smoke. I'm just weird like that, I guess. But right. So just so you know. Yeah. But like I think things like chicken and pork and lighter meats work best in that
Do you think
area.
Because they retain the flavor?
I think they retain and they actually show off the flavor too. Like if you were to brine in with beef, the beef is a little bit more forward flavored, bigger flavored. Right. So you get the moisture benefit of the brine, but not the flavor benefit of the brine. Where with things like chicken and pork, you get the best of both worlds.
And we're talking about black tea here. Can you experiment with a lot of teas? I mean, obviously we're talking here about using something that's already made, but can you take loose teas? Can you take, how far should people go with experimenting, or is it easier to just say like something that's already made, throw it in?
My job as a chef is to make it easier for people as home cooks. Like, let's be honest, I'm in my restaurants, I have 40 people around me to do a lot of the grunt
They'll
work.
do all that prep, right?
But when I'm at home, when I'm cooking at home, when I'm with Lizzie and Kyle and friends and family, it's like bringing people together in a room, enjoying the food, not sweating it too much, but it still has to be delicious.
Right, and then beyond meats, can you use tea as well in place of broth or in place of other liquids and things?
Oh gosh, absolutely. I mean, I love it because you could make a popsicle out of it, which is great for kids. You could use it as the base of a sauce for, like, if you want to get fancy and make a little beurre blanc. You could use the tea, reduce it down, mount it with a little butter. Now you have a really simple, beautiful sauce. You could use it as a brine. So it's incredibly versatile and incredibly easy, which I think is really the key for people at home.
What are some other like vegetables or maybe rice? Are there certain things that you use now as a go-to now that you've kind of been exploring with cooking with tea?
I love it as a brine. I love it in quick sauce work. I do a lot of I'm from Cleveland, so I'm not from the South, but
that's okay.
It's okay. But
my
mother-in-law
you have a good rep for meat. And cooking, maybe, I don't know.
So like sometimes if I'm braising down like a bunch of cabbage, and maybe I'm gonna put some kielbasa in it and some like a ham and things like that, to use the iced tea as the liquid in the cooking liquid, it's really nice because it gives you different layers of flavor, makes it a little bit more interesting. Like I used to always do it with a hard cider, but now I introduce a little bit of tea to it, and it just adds another layer of flavor.
Are there certain herbs and spices that you think pair particularly well?
Yeah, I think the first thing I think of is lemon, and then like I'll think, lemon, parsley, basil, tarragon, rosemary and lemon, fantastic. So whatever the add-on flavor is, just think of things that go with that beautifully that you like to eat together, and that would be fantastic.
And you mentioned popsicles. Are there things in the dessert category that also go well with tea?
Oh, like a tea panna cotta would be fantastic. Like a tea creme brulee. Work a little bit of the tea into your cream and make like a creme brulee would be fantastic.
This, I think, would be a good thing if you have friends who only drink coffee and you want them to drink tea. You can like make your entire meal, and then you're like, you see what I did?
Ta-da!
Like I put tea in everything. Is there also, do you have to be a little bit mindful, because obviously tea has caffeine, if you use it too much, or as you cook it, does that kind of go away?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're looking at it as a whole, the amount of caffeine that's actually being infused into it is pretty minimal. Let your kids run around a little bit extra, but I think as a whole, it's a pretty minimal amount when you're using it as a brine, as a sauce, as a marinade, things of that nature. I think it really kind of tamps it down.
Wonderful. Well, for people who want to find your recipes, where can they go?
They could go to LiptonBrightBites.com. So it'll have all the recipes. We're doing so much fun things throughout the fall. Dinners in different parts of the country, in Austin and DC and Atlanta. I'm doing some really fun things with Sophia Bush and some other celebrities. So it's going to be a lot of fun putting recipes together, cooking with friends and family, getting people around the table, having a party.
And just eating this, I feel like just having this chicken out, people are going to be like, yes, I need to go there. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Are you going to have some chicken with me?
Maybe after.
All right.
No, I will eat this entire plate of chicken. Thank you
what I
so
like.
much
Thank
for
you.
being here and giving us amazing tips on cooking with tea. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely.